Coming up on Good Morning Texas, we take a look at the biggest genre film festival in the country.
Talk one-on-one with a health promotion coordinator.
And visit a new sandwich shop in West Campus.
All this and more coming up on Good Morning Texas. Good morning, Texas. I'm Stephen Dow.
And I'm Calli Conti. And with us today is our news anchor, Ryan Terrebonne.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Fantastic Fest is back again this year with weirder and even more fantastic films.
Good Morning Texas reporter Madeline Christensen visits Alamo Drafthouse to check it out.
Fantastic Fest kicked off again this year on September 18th at Alamo Drafthouse. It is the largest genre film festival in the U.S., with genres ranging from horror to sci-fi to fantasy. Directors, producers, and actors visited Austin to accompany their films that were being featured in the festival. But Fantastic Festival doesn't just highlight films, it showcases games as well. The video game portion of the fest, Fantastic Arcade, promotes a variety of new independent video games that can't be found anywhere else.
I usually just come for Fantastic Arcade. That's my favorite event. I come every year just to check out what games are new. It's great because it's free to the public, so I don't have to wait in really long lines or buy a badge or anything. So.
They also have the Fantastic Market, which is an international co-production market for genre films that highlights Latin American, Spanish, Portuguese, and Latino filmmakers and films.
No, I love Fantastic Fest. I've been last year with my second film, and I fall in love with the festival. So now we are in the market, pitching our future projects, and it's amazing. You know, you can find all the films you love here, and also it's really fun. So I don't know, we are having such a great time.
The festival has been named one of the 25 coolest film festivals and has no doubt kept up that label this year as well. Madeline Christensen, Good Morning Texas.
You know, I'm so mad at myself. I always say that I want to go to Alamo, and I still have yet to been, but this event looks so cool. There's always cool events that I want to go to.
I'm again, so impressed by these events that Alamo's putting on. I've been for movies, but I feel like I'm missing out, honestly.
And they're doing like so much with Fantastic Fest, too. Like, I didn't even know there was a video game arcade.
Right. And the culture behind it, all these different cultures are it's just awesome that we have something so close to us. We're right in Austin.
There's so much to do.
I know. I love it. I love it.
Speaking of other things to do around Austin, it's becoming a more popular trend among college students, but not entirely for all the right reasons. GMTX reporter Leslie Adamy went out to find some of the hidden truths behind smoking hookah.
Any given night of the week, you can expect to find young adults frequenting hookah lounges. Although an age-old tradition overseas, it is becoming more popular here in America, especially near college campuses.
When some students made the switch to smoking hookah, they said it was because they heard it was a healthier alternative to smoking cigarettes. However, studies have shown that smoking one session of hookah is the same as smoking 1 to 2 packs of cigarettes.
Gram for gram, hookah smoke has more tar, nicotine, and carbon monoxide than cigarette smoke does.
A hookah is a water pipe with a smoke chamber, bowl, and a hose. Hot coals are used to heat the tobacco, which is a lump of shredded and sweetened tobacco called shisha. The smoke then passes through the water and into a mouthpiece, allowing consumers to inhale more deeply than they would when inhaling the dry air of a cigarette. However, those who work with and use hookah every day say they have yet to see any decline in their health.
I don't have lung cancer. You know, I've been smoking hookah since I was like 16. So I've never really had any issues with it. I don't know anyone that's been like, oh, I had to go to the hospital because I got lung cancer from smoking hookah.
I'm still running the same speed. I'm still able to go as far, still able to run as long.
And though users may not see the effects just yet, prolonged exposure can yield to several long-term health risks.
Outcomes of hookah are the same as cigarette smoking: lung cancer, oral cancers, other respiratory disease, and just encourage students to get the facts about it and hope to kind of bust the myth that it is more safe than cigarette smoking.
In its simplest form, smoking hookah is a social activity. And just like with any form of smoking, health specialists say the ultimate healthier alternative is to quit. Leslie Adamy, Good Morning Texas.
For students interested in trying to kick any type of smoking habits, UHS advises you to utilize services provided on campus at the UT Counseling and Mental Health Center. Now, I'll be honest, I've been hookah smoking before, but I only did it because I didn't know that it could be as bad for you as smoking several cigarettes.
I'm personally not a hookah smoker, but if I was, the only thing I've heard about is that I was just under the misconception that it was healthier than cigarettes.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are, and that probably helps their business because a lot of people go thinking that, and then in the end, then it turns out to be wrong.
That's so scary. How many horrible things are in it. Might as well just inject yourself with poison, I feel like. But thank God we have such great services at UT, like the UHS, that just promote being healthier. And speaking of being healthier, 10 out of 100,000 teenagers commit suicide every year, and these numbers cannot be ignored. Educating teens about suicide can help reduce these numbers. GMTX reporter Courtney Norris shows how UT students are bringing Suicide Prevention Week to campus.
Have a good day, thank you.
This week, the UT Counseling and Mental Health Center is hosting their annual Suicide Prevention Week on campus. Activities range from suicide prevention workshops to firearm safety, and there's even yoga at the Blanton. On Monday, the group reached out to the UT community by promoting their hashtag, #IWillListenUT.
I feel like people trap themselves and they think that what they're thinking is not important enough to be able to talk about it to people. And I personally just want to tell people that it is important and you should be talking to people about it and you should be able to say what you want without feeling judged.
Help support suicide prevention.
Marianne Tratner is the Suicide Prevention Coordinator.
To give students who are struggling with mental health a safe place to talk about it.
CMHC is also calling on faculty and students to detect early signs of depression and suicide behavior. The organization hopes to improve mental health by teaching students how to manage stress and deal with rejection.
The more students that are aware, the better we have our chances are of helping students in need.
For more information, follow the UT Counseling and Mental Health Center at UT_CMHC or go to cmhc.utexas.edu. Courtney Norris, Good Morning Texas.
What a great event that our school puts on. You know, I think that I'm in the mindset that it is important to talk about these issues. I mean, I know there's kind of a lot of controversy around that, but I personally in high school did an event very similar, a Suicide Prevention Week. I put it on and I think it's so effective to talk about it.
Definitely. We talk about physical health issues all the time, but there's such a stigma around mental health, and it's great that we have these students who are actively promoting it in the community.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's important to acknowledge it, and I think it's great, the hashtag #IWillListenUT. I think that's the perfect thing to really to advertise it. And they're talking about yoga and the Blanton and dealing with stress and rejection. I think it's really important that they try to find the root of it and how to deal with that in college life.
Exactly. I totally agree.
Yeah. All right, don't go anywhere. Coming up next, a look at this week's weather forecast.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Good Morning Texas. Now for some news from Ryan.
Thank you, Stephen. One local mom who has grown up loving Star Trek may now have the chance to take her fascination with space to a new level. Sonia Van Meter has made it to the second round of over 200,000 applicants who are being considered to take the first manned mission to Mars. If she's one of the 4 selected among the remaining 1,057 applicants, she will journey to the Red Planet and never return. The United States and Arab allies launched airstrikes on Syria for the first time early Tuesday. American officials say the strikes were to stop an al-Qaeda-affiliated group from planning an attack on the United States or Europe. President Obama says the airstrikes were a success and that, quote, "We will not tolerate safe havens for terrorists who threaten our people." 2014 has proven to be a transitional year for the Longhorn football team. not only due to the installation of a new head coach, but also because of some downsizing. Last week, David Ash officially retired from the team following concussion symptoms after the North Texas game on August 30th. Ash says he is at peace with his decision for the safety of his health. Now, another player has left the team, but not on his own accord. Coach Strong dismissed junior offensive tackle Kennedy Estelle for violation of team rules on Tuesday. Estelle is the 9th player to be dismissed from the roster this season.
Gosh, this is so upsetting. Our players are dropping like flies. I don't understand what's
I've even
happening.
heard people comparing this year's football season to Game of Thrones, maybe.
Oh my, yeah.
Calling it the burnt orange
Right?
wedding.
Oh, that's horrible. That is horrible. But I commend Strong's approach to this.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a privilege to be a Longhorn and to be on our team, and you cannot mess that up.
I think it's important that they have high standards and that he holds them to it. He's not backing down no matter what happens during the season.
Exactly.
Yeah, I definitely respect Coach Strong for that.
I absolutely respect him. Yeah.
You know, there's a stormy news coming from DKR, but what does our weather look like today, Ryan?
Well, this week in Austin, we're looking at comfortable temperatures with mornings in the mid-60s and highs only reaching around the mid-80s. It'll feel great to escape the scorching summer heat as well as the heavy rain of last week as we make this transition into the fall season. There are only slight winds through the rest of the week with no chances of rain and only partly cloudy, overcast skies. However, on Sunday, there will be a slight chance of rain with the sun making its return going into next week, with highs in the low 90s next Monday and Tuesday. It definitely looks like we will be seeing some enjoyable fall weather over these next couple of months, even for Texas. I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks, Ryan. Now, don't go anywhere, because when we come back, Alejandra Gonzalez gives us more information about the Healthy Horns program.
That's right. Stay tuned for some more Good Morning Texas.
Welcome back to Good Morning Texas. We're going to reporter Alejandra Gonzalez, who's in studio with the Health Promotion Coordinator, to talk about the Healthy Horns program.
Hi, I'm here with Frances Nguyen, and she's the Health Promotions Coordinator here at the University of Texas Health Services. Hi, Frances. Thanks for coming in today.
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
So we're going to talk a little bit about the Healthy Horns Peer Educators Program. So tell us a little bit about how this program got started.
Yeah, so University Health Services has had a peer educator program for over 20 years now. And the most recent iteration, the Healthy Horns Peer Educator Program, was actually developed around 2 years ago, and our peer educators are trained to be public health generalists. And so they learn a lot about public health foundations, about what it means to be a public health practitioner, and what's really great about the program is they get to practice those skills in real life here at the university.
That's great. So how does one student get involved with the Healthy Horns Peer Educators Program?
So we open applications up in March for the fall program, and the program runs in the fall semester, the spring, and then that following fall. So it's 3 semesters long, and so they have to go fill out an application, do an interview, and we accept them into the program. And they actually receive class credit for being a part of the program, which is also a great incentive as well.
That's great.
Yeah.
So what kind of workshops and seminars do you put on for the students, or what do they do too, like from both angles?
Yeah, so they learn all about different health topics in the class during their first semester. And then during the second and third semesters, they do a lot of programs and workshops, like you were saying. And we have health programs and workshops on a variety of different topics that students might be dealing with here at UT. So nutrition workshops, how to prevent high-risk drinking workshops, sleep, how to get better sleep, that's a big one, and healthy sexuality workshops as well. And so any groups that are interested in that can go to our website, which is healthyhorns.utexas.edu, and see that whole list and hopefully request one.
That's great.
Yeah.
And which of those have been the most successful in your opinion?
Well, a lot of them are really popular. We get a lot of requests for the nutrition ones especially. It's aimed towards freshmen because we know that students are just learning all about their new health habits here at college during freshman year. And so we get requests for all of them, especially, like I said, that nutrition one, but healthy sexuality gets a lot as well. And so it's it's great being able to see those programs requested and students saying that they have a good time during them and are learning.
That's awesome. And out of those, have any of them proved very, very difficult and challenging to tackle?
The programs in particular, or the health topics?
Just the health topics, like which ones are harder to come up with workshops for, and which ones are the ones that they're difficult to target to students?
Yeah, that's a great question. And so our office deals with which health problems we want to tackle by looking at data that's available. So we do surveys across campus, we ask students, we really try to get a feel for what students are dealing with and try to tailor our programs towards that. And so the 4 topics I think that are the most challenging to tackle are the ones that students face year in, year out, and are just constantly there. So high-risk drinking prevention, healthy sexuality, not getting enough sleep, and nutrition and physical exercise I think would be the most challenging. But you know, we are still working on that every single day in our office.
Great. And I've heard of the program, the yogurt and yoga one, that I believe one of the students did. So which programs like that have stuck out to you that you really enjoyed and you were very proud of seeing students do?
So that yoga and yogurt program is something that we've been doing in our office for a few years now, and the students really last year took that and just kind of ran with it some more, trying to get more students involved and trying to get donations for that, and so they really ran with that. But one of the ones that we really like promoting happens during the spring. A lot of students may have heard of it. It's the Safe Spring Break Kit initiative, and so it's where people from our office, including our peer educators, put together this Safe Spring Break Kit and promote it across the university to try to get people to be a little more safe during their spring break activities. So last year, for example, we gave it in a water bottle, and there was a granola bar and some information about health, so it's pretty fun for students to get that.
That's great. So do you give them out here before they go out to spring break, or do you go to the spring break locations and give them out there?
Yeah, I wish we went to the spring break locations. That'd be fun. But we give it out here. This year we're planning it to be in the week before spring break, and it's on locations all over campus. And so you will find that information on our website and on social media. We hand out on like the West Mall or in front of the Student Services building. So
that's great.
Yeah.
So is the Healthy Horns Peer Educators program just for science majors and public health majors, or can anybody do it?
Yeah, what I really like about the program is that we get students from all sorts of different majors. So when I think about the variety of different majors, we have students, we have a history major, we have an economics major, we have someone who's in fine arts. It's really great because they all provide such different perspectives to the public health that we do. And so we do have a lot of traditional science majors, we have public health majors, but it's great when we get people from all walks of the university.
Great. Thank you so much, Francis. Yeah. Well, stay tuned for more Good Morning Texas.
Welcome back to Good Morning Texas. Austin is known for its incredible cuisine, and lucky for UT students, a local restaurant from New York City opened here in Austin, right on the drag. Stephen and I got the chance to check out the hype around Fat Sal's, which opened just 6 weeks ago.
Hey everybody, I'm Calli, Conti.
And I'm Stephen Dow.
And we're here at the new location of Fat Sal's on the drag.
We got the opportunity to talk to one of the owners, Fat Sal himself. Come on, let's take a look.
Yeah, sounds good. Hi Sal, thank you so much for having us. We're so excited to be here.
Welcome to Fat Sal's Austin.
Thank you. So what's the story behind Fat Sal's?
Well, it's a bunch of friends that wanted to bring mouth-watering, over-the-top delicious food to the local community. We started out in California. We just came over here to Austin, opened up our first Texas location. We have 3 locations in California. Jerry and I grew up together. Josh and I had some common ties through friends of cousins and friends, and we all have our roots back to New York. And in 2009, Josh came to me and said he wanted to bring the East Coast fat sandwich out to the West Coast, and we started doing that in 2010. And then small expansion in Los Angeles, down to San Diego, and then we wanted to bring it out to other college towns in America, and we picked Austin.
That's excellent. So you guys have 3 owners, right? Sal, Jerry, and Josh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So how did you get to be the one in the name?
Well, I don't think Josh likes the word fat in his name in the sentence. And it just, for some reason, you know, like, it just sounds better.
It just sounds good.
Okay, we have the
All right, let's try it.
Balmiki signature wrap, and with our signature Fat Sal's tape, wrapped a special secret way to keep all that food in the sandwich.
Looks so good already.
And people actually comment that they don't understand. They're surprised that we can get all of that food in a sandwich without it falling out.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that. That's just
So good.
Well, other than game day, we're open for lunch is pretty busy, and then late night. So we're open 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Sunday through Wednesday, and then 11 a.m. to 4 a.m. Thursday through Saturday. So we get a good lunch crowd, a good late night crowd, and then obviously on Saturday and Sundays you get football and game day traffic. So that's spread out throughout the day.
So was this your first experience at Fat Sal's?
It was, yes, it actually was.
And what did you think about it?
I liked it a lot. I thought it was. I first came here because it had one of those things on Hooked, you know, the app.
Oh yeah.
So I was gonna get a discount with that, but I decided just to get a burger, and the burger was pretty good. And the fries were good too.
So what is exactly the Big Fat Fatty Challenge? How many people have done it?
Only 2 people, about 150 to 200 people have tried over the years. No one has tried it in Austin yet. We're still looking for that first brave soul to attempt to defeat the Big Fat Fatty here in Texas. It weighs about 10 pounds, and you have to eat it in 40 minutes, and it's $49.95, and it's free if you eat it, and you get to name your own sandwich.
So I just have one last question for you, Sal. What are you guys making here?
We're making sandwiches over here.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for having us. We've really enjoyed our time, and I'm so excited. I don't know about Stephen, but I'm so excited to chow down on some food. So,
My pleasure.
Thank you. This is Calli Conti.
And this is Stephen Dow for Good Morning Texas.
That place was so good. I still dream about that sandwich that we got.
One of the best sandwiches I've ever eaten, honestly.
Right?
And the shakes are so good. I got a s'more shake when I went, and it was like the best part. I want to go back for another.
Oh my God, I got the peanut butter sea salt chocolate one. So good.
Yeah, it's
to
so
die
thick
for.
and creamy. That's how a good shake should be, honestly.
And they don't just have sandwiches. They have burgers, like wraps, salads, which I don't know why you would get a salad. Like Fat Sal's. I don't know.
Lots of options, though, for sure.
Yeah, lots of options. But he is so cool.
I want to meet him. I didn't get to meet him when I went.
I want Sal to be my uncle. I love him. I love the guy. He's
he looks so
great.
cool.
Yeah, he was so nice in telling us about his family, and yeah, they've been in. They have a location in LA too, and New York, and there was one other place, but yeah, it's a great place, and they're open till like 4 a.m. So I'm thinking like. Great place to come go to after
they really
downtown.
get the culture, I think, of a college town, like because they came from like Westwood in the Los Angeles area, really close to UCLA. Now they're over here in Austin. He even moved over here to do this.
Yeah, it'd definitely be good for like away games and all. I'm sure it's like a cool vibe to hang out there.
Yeah, they have a great little like bar area too, so that's a really fun, great place to hang out on a game day.
Yeah, I think it's great that he like shared the story and all with y'all and about how his family moved down here. Like now, maybe I have a chance of meeting him. I really want to meet him.
No, yeah, I'm sure he'll be around.
Yeah, like if you just go in, you'll probably see him one day.
Yeah,
for sure.
Him there.
For sure. That challenge though, can we talk about that for a second? First of all, the fact that he told Stephen and I that a girl 115 pounds completed it.
Oh my
gosh.
What? Ate it all by herself. Wow. That's like, what, 27-inch sandwich?
It's crazy.
All right, I guess that's all we have for today. Thank you for tuning in. For more Good Morning Texas throughout the week, you can follow us on Twitter at GoodMorningTX.
Have a marvelous morning.